Why am I wearing a suit? Great question. Why are you not wearing a suit? It's a better question, because we're getting classy up in here.
Stay classy!
So classy, in fact, that I'm going to give away 2 of my finest luxury video assets absolutely free. The link's in the description, here's how you use them. So you've downloaded the files and you put them somewhere you can access them easily over and over again. You simply drag and drop the assets into your program of choice, and it's worth noting here that these are 4K ProRes.movs, so you can use them in Final Cut, DaVinci, Avid, After Effects, Premiere Pro, or whatever edit software you choose to use. Then you'll simply drag and drop the file of your choice onto the timeline over some footage. I'm going to line up the middle of this clip with the edit point of the 2 clips below it. Then all we have to do is simply apply the screen blending mode. If you like these 2 assets and you want more, well, I'm super happy with how my 3rd product collaboration with Matti Haapoja has turned out, and please tag us on the gram. We would love to see your wedding videos, your music videos, your adventure vlogs, whatever you make with these assets.
Reframe.
So double click on the clip, go to your effects controls window and scale it up to maybe just have the outer edges affected, or even move it left or right, up or down using position to dial it in just right.
Rotate.
Then you can also rotate it. This is especially helpful if you need a transition or lens flare to originate from whatever side the sun is on.
Masking.
Say you only want a certain section of the light leak, simply draw a mask and feather it. That way you can even combine multiple assets to get exactly what you need. By the way, if you were wondering where I got my suit, let's be honest, you were. It's actually made by my wife. Tailored for me. Is my wife better than yours? I didn't say that. You were thinking it, but I didn't say it. Sing her praises in the comments below. Tell her how awesome it is.
Opacity.
Maybe it's a little too intense. Simply back off the opacity. Subtle is usually the best way to go.
Curves.
You can also add a curves adjustment, which will give you the flexibility to either bring down the midtones or increase the contrast.
Change color.
Now these assets are already slightly cooler in tint, so depending on the footage you're working with, you can either lean into that or go slightly warmer. Now the curves are great for more nuanced adjustments, or even use a tint effect to go completely monochromatic, or even completely recolor the layer. This is how I got the green Northern Lights look for the promo. Oof. It's hot. Should I unbutton another button? Is that too much? Honestly, it's boiling in here. It's like 35 degrees Celsius. No? Keep it... okay.
Blur.
Another way to aid subtlety is to blur the assets. This can get rid of any sharp edges for more of a dreamy look. Even try just a vertical blur for an interesting Aurora Borealis vibe.
Speed.
Take a 4-second asset and speed it up to just 1 second to gain a few more short transitions to choose from.
Blending modes.
These are designed for the screen blending mode, but why not try all of them? My favorite for a trippy look is the difference blending mode. Both great as a transition and also as a constant overlay. Is that too much chest hair? Or not enough chest hair? Too much? Not enough? Comment below.
Compound blur.
So in After Effects, for a touch of extra realism and luxury, let's create an adjustment layer and place it in between our lens effects assets and our footage. Let's apply the effect Compound Blur. Change the blur layer to our asset. And now if we switch off the lens effect asset, you can see that the blur is using the brightness value of that asset to determine what gets blurred. So anything that's white will be max blurriness. If you want to mess with the blur map, you can change the blur layer from source to effects and mask, and then go back to your original asset, start adding curves or levels adjustments. Turn back on the asset with its screen blending mode. Now we can adjust the opacity to better see the blur, creating a more realistic approach to simulating a glass element directly in front of the lens rather than a light leak or reflections from water on the lens. Go even dreamier and just switch off the asset altogether and just use the compound blur. So enjoy Aurora, thank you for the support, subscribe for more of this, and love ya. Jeez, can't even lift my hand up. It's too tight on my arms. Yeah, I was smaller when she made this for me.
Classy.